Hi, I'm Salma, and for most of my life, I was the quiet girl, the one who sits in the back, takes neat notes, gets good grades, and never says a word. In school, it was easy to hide. Teachers didn't push me. I had a few close friends. If someone talked too much, I stayed silent. If someone said something wrong, I just thought of the correct answer. I never said it out loud. And honestly, no one noticed. But when I started university, everything changed. In my first semester, almost every class included something called participation marks. That meant I had to talk, not just once every week. The first time the professor asked a question, I looked down. My heart was pounding. He waited and then called on someone else. The second time, I actually knew the answer. I whispered it to myself. But again, I said nothing. Week after week, I stayed invisible. Then came the group project. We were 5 students working on a topic I loved, the psychology of habits. I did most of the research, wrote parts of the script, and made the slides. But when it came to presenting, I chose to design the slides and stay in the background. The day of the presentation, one of our speakers texted, "I'm sick. I can't come. Sorry." Panic. We had 5 parts. Now only 4 speakers. My group stared at me, and then the professor said, "Salma, would you like to take her part?" My throat went dry. I almost said no, but something inside me, maybe anger, maybe courage, whispered, "Say yes." They gave me her slides. I had 5 minutes to read them. I went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror. I whispered, "You've got this. Just read slowly. Just breathe." Back in the classroom, I waited for my turn. When I stood up, my hands were cold. My voice was shaky, but I spoke. I explained the concept of cue and reward. I gave an example about checking your phone every 5 minutes. I made eye contact. When I finished, people clapped for me, and the professor smiled. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Not because it was perfect, it wasn't, but because I did it. I spoke. In public. And I didn't disappear. I challenged myself. After that, 1 small comment per class. Join 1 study group. Ask 1 question, even if my voice shook. Not always loud. Not always loud. The more I spoke, the easier it got. Not perfect, but real. Something incredible happened. Last month, in a different class, the professor said, "We need 1 volunteer to present solo next week." And guess what? I raised my hand. So here's what I've learned. You don't have to speak perfectly, you just have to start. And bravery isn't being fearless. It's speaking even when you're scared. I'm still Salma. I still get nervous. But now, thanks for listening to my story. I hope one day, you'll raise your hand too.